to catch up.
All right, we are here live once again for the Wednesday morning tournament, and we have Kevin Bathurst here as our fill-in for the week. And honestly, if you keep us grinding at the high level that we started at last week, we might not see Gavin again, Kevin. I don't know.
Well, thanks for having me back. Let's see if we can do as well this time.
We had a slight come from behind victory last week. Honestly, it was one of those weird results where we were around a result that was like third or fourth usually, but we snuck in for a win. So let's see if we can maybe hang out at the higher level throughout this. This is an interesting first hand for us, Kevin. The auction starts past one club. And we're looking at this hand here, which is a kind of a common issue, not too common, but it will happen from time to time where you're sitting in the overcall chair and you're stuck with a decision. So why don't we bring the audience in to start us? What are you going to do with this hand, folks? If you're looking at this, your right hand opponent has opened one club. And now you are looking at this hand after it goes past a club to you. What are you going to bid? Make your call. And while you guys are thinking about your bids, we welcome you from all over the world for this weekly event. Thanks a lot for joining, folks. Hope you're having a very good summer. And for those of you in the States, hope you had a great holiday weekend. I know I did. How about you, Kevin?
Yeah, had some fun with the family.
I mean, I know it's your family, but it's hard not to have fun with your family. I'm just going to say.
Yeah.
Right? We escaped the room together, so I know what sort of night that is. It's fun.
Yeah. Well, my kids keep me busy, and they're a lot of fun. My wife too.
Nice. All right, so I think I love these bids that are in the chat here, Kevin. There's a lot of passes, and that is going to be the right call with this hand for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Pass. You don't want to get involved when they're naming suits you have. You want to get involved when you have the other ones.
Yeah, and if they had opened a diamond, what would you do with this hand? That was the one thing I was looking at here. Would you take a call or no?
I would want to get involved, especially at match points. And I think it's pretty close with the decent club suit to bidding two clubs. A diamond, two clubs is a very effective overcall. You do run some risk because the suit isn't so great, but another option is double. And I like both of those better than pass if they open a diamond.
Right, but when they open a club, we're out of it, right, guys? We're
out of
just
there.
had their
Yeah.
best suit is our best suit, right? So or at least the suit they offered is our best suit. So we're out of this, and we'll see what happens. We may take a call in this auction at some point, but obviously as you can see, when it goes a spade past two spades, we're going to keep that silence going here, and we're just going to pass, and we're going to sit back and defend. Defending in these tournaments historically for us, Kevin, has been an excellent proposition, right? When we're playing defense in these, you're getting a win usually in these tournaments for two reasons, and this is a very good thing to remember when you're playing these instant tournaments. Don't be afraid to defend. So many people are going to be bidding for no reason because they don't want to defend, right? Because they think their opponents, they can't let them play. This is the best hand tournament. This is the furthest from the truth. You're usually going to get your best scores because of that. And if you defend correctly, you're usually ahead of the game as well. So we see their opponents are just playing two spades, and our partner's leading a trump. So it doesn't look like we're cutting down on any of Dummy's roughing power here, Kevin, with this flat hand to our right.
No. Eventually, we might be able to cut down some of Declarers if we play a third round, but right now we're not too worried about that because it looks like they don't have two things to rough in their hand.
Yeah, and what are you thinking as far as a strategy defensively from this point?
Well, it looks actually pretty unlikely that Declare has three clubs. Partner would be tempted to lead one, but he might have a doubleton. But it's very likely partner has at least four hearts because it would take Declare having five spades and four hearts for the combination to be where partner didn't have four. So it at least stands out to me now that Declare's most likely shape is long spades and long diamonds.
Gotcha.
So that meshes with what we hold as well. What we do about that now is not so clear because we don't know enough yet.
Yeah, so what looks kind of normal here is either we win the spade and play a club, or we can duck around and then try to duck two rounds of trump later. But is there, based on what you're thinking of the shape, is there anything that stands out as something better or another way to go?
Yeah, the problem is if we win the spade and try to, for example, attack diamonds to get a ruff, they have the time to pull the trump. So we're kind of on the wrong end of the tempo for making any kind of attacking defense.
We would love to maybe
Possible,
partner let a diamond. Maybe that would be, at least
yeah,
one step forward for that
right,
line at least.
right. But so now I don't see any need to get aggressive to be active on this hand. We can just sit back and wait. Attacking the clubs, I feel, can wait.
Sure.
So I would actually duck to try to see what's going on more before making decisions about where we go.
I love it. And here they're starting diamonds themselves. We'll give a little count signal for our partner here.
Yeah, the 8 being finessed all the way around is
Yeah,
very telling, though.
it looks quite obvious that your information about them having the long diamond is pretty right here. So
Right.
now that we're avoiding diamonds, we kind of want to win this one, right, Kevin? So we try to
Yeah, for
find
sure, we want to win this one, and it looks pretty clear that Declare had Jack 9 8 length in diamonds, or possibly Queen Jack 9 8, even sixth of diamonds. So in either of those cases, we definitely need to play on some clubs now.
Yep.
Um,
And do we want? I mean, it's unlikely. Does it seem likely that partners holding anything reasonable in clubs? Like we'd love for them to have an entry over there, and we want them to take it just in case they don't have the queen of diamonds, right?
well, partner played the king on the second round of the diamond suit, so partner is almost for sure gonna have the king and queen of diamonds, or king doubleton, and they ducked. So uh, I think you should now just play. You can play the two of clubs. It's perfectly safe. Declare will never duck,
Right.
but or you could play the king of clubs. It's almost equal to me. But
Let's
I don't
play.
see any reason to attack hearts now. They could just have the time to do everything.
There comes a club. If I can actually play a card, that would be nice. Okay. Yeah. So it hopefully partner has a trick in diamonds. We didn't wash one out there. Here comes the last spade.
And they had 6 diamonds to start, so we were too late anyway.
Yep. Yeah.
We got our 2 club tricks. They only had 1 heart to begin, so we actually took all the tricks we could.
Honestly, we'll take that. Looks like a super average-ish score here for us, 46.4. I guess usually when you get a score like this on a board like this, it means most people did similar stuff. And the rest, in fact, Kevin, sorry, I'm on the wrong screen here. There's the results for the other
Maybe
tables.
we make if we guess hearts, we make 9 tricks in hearts. So
Actually, someone was in 4 hearts making 12 tricks, but they made a ridiculous bid on this hand to get there. So this is the swings that were made were what produced this kind of slightly skewed result. That's all.
right. Partner, if I had partner's hand, I would definitely have entered the auction at some point.
Yeah, right.
Completely losing to never bid with king
After a
10 9
club
6
is
of hearts and then
spade,
10
yeah,
10.
how do they kind of stay out of this at these
Yeah,
colors as well? White. You
I
would
would
just
open the bidding, yeah, and I would come in. So I feel it's a
let's talk
pretty
about that.
poor choice.
You would open 1 heart with this hand, right?
I
Or
don't
would you
mind
open 2?
2 hearts if that's the style, and I don't
Gotcha.
mind 1 heart if that's the style. But it's all about being consistent with your partnership agreements.
And when you
I
mean
think it's
style, you mean like what you like if you play a super aggressive opening style, 1 heart would kind of be right in the mix. But if you're kind of
then definitely.
disciplined, 2 hearts would be your choice with this one.
If you play sound preempts, then I would certainly open 2 hearts. You don't want to
Yeah,
have
yeah.
an option come back to you 1 spade past 2 spades, and now you have to bid 3 hearts. So you want to get in there right away. The suit quality is good enough. The side honors are not liabilities; they're actually good.
Absolutely. And let's
Yeah.
say we take a spade and pop it in the club suit. Now we're 6-4-ish. Now we probably just open one
I would always
as
open one.
default.
Then you
Yeah,
just you're too good for game chances, too good for
perfect.
slam chances. You just want
So
the partner to be thinking
what we're
good.
trying to say is we're trying to make sure that you guys understand that the robot is totally at fault on this end. Like this
That's
was
right.
not a misclick by Rob. It's not a misbid by Kevin. The robot is fault. We can take that to the bank. And now let's jump on the board 2 and see if we can take a little more control here. All right. This is okay. I was going
Yeah.
to say I thought this was 14 for a second, but it's only 13. So
Yeah, only
we're
13. It's tempting to open no trump because that's strong suit, but with Jack Doubleton and
yeah.
nothing special in 13, I would just do nothing
I
special.
love I love this auction, Kevin. I love when it goes a minor or no trump because we get to pass and play one no trump with a hand like this. Maybe not
Yeah,
ideal with some of our major suit positions, but these are usually good scores for our side here. So let's see if we can buy it. Yep.
yeah.
So now we're playing one no trump from that north hand. That's the only weird thing about this, guys. We're declaring, but we're declaring from the other side. So the lead is coming from the east player. And now take a second, count your winners and plan your play, and then we'll start the play of this hand. It's like a couple of well, one pretty revealing or obvious spot we want to start. And let me just add something here. There we go. Have to be able to draw on this thing. Okay, great. And welcome to, oh my goodness, Victoria, British Columbia, Scotland. I wonder if we have anyone from Singapore today, if Gary's here. Bridge is alive and well throughout the world, Kevin.
Yeah.
We just need to get it growing in the States again.
Yeah, used to be the biggest here, but now it's spread all over. And Europe and Asia are really
they're going to be eating our lunch in a few years, you think? 5 or 10 years, it's going to be a rough spot out there.
The popularity of places like China, it's unbelievable how many people have gotten involved in bridge. It's really nice to see.
Absolutely. This is the time to learn bridge too. My God, it's so much easier to learn bridge now than it used to be because of things like this and the ability to sit there and see hands anytime you want and just make decisions. That's the biggest win. All right, Kevin. They clearly got off to the right lead. They're going to lead a major in these spots almost always anyway. But we have a really reasonable chance to take a whole bunch of tricks, especially if things are going relatively well for us. The question is, how many are they going to get before we get ours?
So this is a problem. The 6, if it's a true card, could easily be a 4th best from a 5-card holding. They wouldn't have had an easy entry into the auction after a club pass a no trump. They wouldn't have bid 2 spades just because they had 5 of them. So if their spades are 5-3, we're looking at potentially 4 spade losers to go with 2 heart losers, and that's all we can afford is those 6. So we might have to be careful here.
Yep. So let's see if they are true to form here on their lead. If they actually continue spades for the entire time. Sometimes they'll switch to, yeah, there we go. All right, so make your pitch, guys. Make your pitch from the south player's hand. Let's bring you guys into declaring this a little bit. What you've seen so far, your opponents have taken their first 2 spade tricks. They're now leading a 3rd spade, and you have to decide what to throw away from this hand, the south player's hand. What do you do? I like the diamond choice. What do you think, Kevin?
So the diamond at first seems reasonable, but how are we going to play this hand? So we have our 3 diamond winners, we have our 2 club winners, and we're going to have 1 spade. That's only 6. So we need to get to 7, and we'd like to get more, but the problem is we might have 4 spade losers and 2 heart losers off the top. If we give them, for example, a club, that could already defeat us.
Yep.
So one small chance in diamonds is if 2 honors are doubleton on the left of declarer, our right, Jack 9 doubleton, 10-9 doubleton, or Jack 10 doubleton, then we could pick up the diamond suit still for 4 winners by playing ace, low to the queen, and then low back to the 8. So
now we have a guess for one of that one missing honor from the other side.
Right. Because of how I would think about playing this hand, I would throw a club and save the diamond just in case. Because my plan is probably to attack hearts at the next trick. I think finding one of the 2 heart honors on side is a better chance than giving them a club and risking all the contract on.
And then we don't create that extra trick for them potentially. And we have the ability to fall back on the diamond position later by reserving this card in dummy and giving us all the options we need. And let's put it this way, are we ever getting 4 club tricks on this, guys? Think about that.
Yeah, the only way we would get 4 club tricks is if we played on them right now and somehow the spades were in a position where they couldn't cash them. But it's almost inconsistent, them leading the 6, returning the 5, and now returning the 9. to think that East is the one with 5 spades. It could easily be West with 5 spades now. So now we know East has 6 spades.
East has 6 spades.
So
Okay.
now we're in a different position. We're in a
Yes,
different problem.
because now we can see we're going to lose 5 spades and 2 hearts if they actually play correctly here, basically.
That's right.
So we are in danger town, basically, is what we're trying to say. The moment we let them in, they have a line to beat us. Do they know yet where that line is? Maybe not, right? They don't know necessarily what's happening in hearts unless they're looking at something specific, but partner can tell them stuff during these.
Yeah, and they've returned the 9 against live opponents. The 9 would be a strong signal for the high-ranking suit to show where the entry was. So they could easily have what looks like King 6 of spades and the King of Hearts.
Sure.
But that's the hand I might have opened a preempt on first seat white-red. But
well, we've already seen the robot's reticence to open preempts with these sorts of reasonable hands, for sure.
Yeah, so we're a bit stuck.
What do you think? Do you want to cash a club and see if we're be getting lucky honors wise and then play on diamonds, or do you want to try anything else?
It's relatively free, but if we're going to do that, we can actually cash the ace of diamonds first and see if an honor pops up.
Let's do that.
If it was singleton honor, then we should have cashed the queen first, but we weren't ever going to play for singleton honor.
Yeah. Okay. So dive into the queen now and see if we're completing this, or
sure.
Let's see. Jack small.
Yeah, I would play the queen. May as well check a club first.
Nothing doing there.
Nothing down, yeah.
Let's just play for the split. No.
All right, so we're in the position that we thought we would be in. They might have too many tricks, so now we have a tough choice to make.
Yeah, what are they?
One good news is he's thrown a winner here. He's thrown a spade.
Yeah, his length. So what's he protecting? He's protecting hearts and a club honor, maybe.
Probably he doesn't know he can throw a heart. So if I had to guess his hand right now, I would say he has King 6 of spades, King doubleton heart. He was afraid to throw one from Jack doubleton diamond, and something like Jack
Queen third or Jack third of clubs. Exactly.
Afraid to throw a club as well.
Interesting. So I mean, it looks like we might just be playing for down one. Because if we lead a club, we're creating a trick. If we lead a heart, it's going to go hop, cash 2 spades, which we're going to have to pitch on.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're going to get squeezed into.
And lefty has a good diamond, so it's just going to go heart crossing over to cash that diamond at the end as well, and we're in a world of hurt, I think.
Yeah, we're going to have to make still 2 discards on the spade. So if we lead a heart, he cashes 2 spades, we can throw a club. They cross a heart, and now they cash the last time, and we're gonna have to remember what his last card is to
I'm not gonna remember that. Let's take our 6 tricks and run. What do you think? All right. Oh, okay. What the heck were they protecting over there? They have both heart honors, ace king doubleton or something.
No,
they can't have that. They can't have that.
Yeah,
I just made a weird play.
Yeah.
All right. So this one shouldn't be that terrible for us, right? There wasn't, 53.6 for us is the result right off. So it's funny. These 2 boards, take a look, Kevin, at our results here. We flip-flopped on the results, basically.
Yeah, we got back to average.
Right, the exact same. And this just means that these boards were kind of so normal that there were a couple people that did weird stuff, as we saw in the first one. And what should be 50-50 ends up being this. And this is also pretty true to form, right, Kevin, at the club. There aren't too many flat boards. In fact, they usually get announced to the field when they happen because they happen so infrequently. There's always one, basically.
Always somebody, yeah. And they might do okay in spades on this hand. They might even make 2 spades, and we might do well in clubs, but it's hard to diagnose exactly.
Yeah, in fact, if there is some action that looks like the opponents can find some sort of spade fit here, and that's what it looks like.
If we had bid 2 clubs, they might balance 2 spades and make it even. Yeah,
so that's really bad for them. So You're just okay to play one no trump. No reason to rebid your 5-card
Yeah.
suit. And whoa, take a look at this one. Solid 18 with a 7-card minor suit. I mean, we could go a number of different ways on this one, Kevin. I
Yeah.
can
The one thing I
definitely
would,
be tempted to bid 2-no with this thing. That's the only thing I would do weird. But
yeah, it's tempting. The thing is, it's anti-positional, and it's
tell me about that.
gonna block you from finding good slams when you actually have them. If partner had a
Explain
singleton in a major or something, it would
explain exactly
really.
what you just said.
So if partner
Anti-positional.
has even a monster club fit, like a 5-card club fit, but they're 1, 3, 4, 5, for example, with a singleton in a major, they're just going to get us to no trump. They're not even going to look for clubs, and we have an enormous hand for playing in clubs. Now, there's always a risk of things like that, but because of our so skewed shape and any shortness with partner will help us. I wouldn't be so eager to bid no trump right
Well,
away.
and our quick tricks are really nice,
Right.
especially if we can find a fit with partner, right?
And they're not positional. None of our cards, none of our holdings are really positional. If we had king and one or queen and one in the majors, opening no trump becomes a lot more tempting because we want the lead to come around to us.
Right.
Here, we
So
actually want the lead to go through us.
sorry, Kevin, I didn't mean to interrupt. We're protecting honors in other situations. Here, we have nothing to protect, is what you're saying. We can
Here, we
survive this
don't
from either
mind
side, right?
if partners declare, because if they have queen doubleton of a major, queen third of a major, they're not getting led through. Now it's getting led around to.
And we're creating a trick in a lot of those spots as well. So here we
Right.
go, guys. One club. Thank you for talking me off the ledge, Kevin. Now let's bring the audience in for the rebid. Right. So now you've opened a club. Partners made their response, which is you should expect partner to bid a major almost always in situations like this if the opponents aren't bidding anything. So club, pass, a heart. Make your bid, folks. A very interesting hand. One club, one heart to you. This is usually these types of hands are always difficult to bid in general, as far as like which way you go, how high you evaluate, and I'm interested to hear your thoughts on this because I think this might be a game forcing ish, but maybe not good enough. So what are you thinking, Kevin?
Yeah, I think if I had a convenient way to say I want to bid a game no matter what, this hand is good enough.
Yeah,
You don't know what partner has, but you want to make sure that even upset scattered 6 counts, you're going to have enough trick taking ability that you want to take a chance on being in game. The problem is you don't have a great route to get there.
yeah,
So
you'd have to bid two diamonds and then something else, and that's just going to
right.
confuse the
So
robot.
this hand is worth a lot more than 18. Is part of why it wasn't right to open 2-no trump in a way in the beginning, is because of how strong it is. So in a way that makes bidding 3 clubs not enough,
Right.
because we really want to force the game, but we don't have a good convenient way to do that.
Yeah.
So there's a couple options here. I would either go and bid 3 clubs and just hope that if partner dropped it, it was a reasonable spot, or especially at match points, there's a lot to be said for ending up going plus at match points. Or if you wanted to find a way to game force, you do it by faking a reverse into 2 diamonds. And that's
which
a
is which
little
is not
strange.
without risk with the robots because they will absolutely just put you on that holding
Right.
forever, unfortunately.
Yeah. The problem is if partner actually has a diamond fit, we may have really done ourselves a disservice.
What system would you have with one of your expert partners here for a hand like this? You guys, I know you guys have certain bids that are like, okay, I have a game forcing hand in my minor or something like that.
Yeah, for example, with my current partner, we would play a 3 diamond bid here. Since I have a 3 club rebid that's too strong, and I'm forcing the game in clubs.
Yeah, and
So,
that should look super weird because it's like one over the reverse, right?
right. Some
So
people play that's like a mini splinter or something, but we choose to have a bid for hands that are too strong to make simple rebids without making really contrived reverses.
and
So
does it upset you when your partner flies to France to play in a bridge tournament and doesn't invite you? Like,
yeah,
is
that
it
was
that
really I would have gone in his luggage,
kind
or
of a raw deal, right? They're in
yeah,
Biarritz right now, and we're
living the
over
life,
here
but
just
right.
So here, what are you thinking? That I mean, I don't know. I could go any way with the robot here, but I think three clubs is perfectly fine based on what we know the robot isn't going to understand. Also, two or three no, maybe just to keep to make a bid that the robot can't really mess up. But I could honestly do anything here.
Yeah, I don't know the robots enough. My first inclination is just to bid three clubs, and
See what
if we
happens.
survive that, we're doing well. And even if we
I,
don't survive it, it may not be wrong to be in three clubs.
yeah, right. We might just be getting lucky by going low there. Partner just bids three hearts here, which should just be five, right? In
Yeah,
general.
so it's five and enough to bid. So it's
So
basically forcing,
three no.
usually forcing the game. And now the question is, what do we want to do again?
Right. Well, here's the one thing I think is normal. If we bid, well, I mean, it's this auction's kind of weird. Like I usually when the robot wants to bid four hearts, they will, right? So we can be confident if we bid three no, they'll bid four hearts with a lot of their hands that they think that's right with. But I'm not super sure with this auction because it doesn't happen too often.
Right.
Is
The
and
thing is, with three no trump, if we don't catch working club fit from partner,
and they lead a
we may
spade.
we may really struggle to take tricks. Even
Yeah,
if partner has the king of spades and the singleton club, we may really struggle to take tricks.
definitely. And this is the type of hand that looks like it would play pretty well, even in a heart contract where we don't have eight of them,
For
right?
sure. Yeah, we might take a rough over here. We might be able to slow set up the clubs, and we have
Yeah.
some of the side aces that will likely have a reentry.
So your choice, Kevin, as our guest of honor. I've made pretty. Haven't made any misclicks yet today. So
I would like to see what the robot will think three spades was, because that's my first inclination is always leaving.
it's gonna put that person on spades for some reason.
Well, we've denied spades, so that's a mistake in the bidding. You would always show your spades first by bidding two spades or one
Absolutely.
spade if you were strong enough. So three spades should not have spades here. It should be more like a probe to see where you want to go. It says, I can't bid three now. What do you think?
Right.
And it aims to find a right strain. So that's a little unlucky.
I would guess. Well, I don't know. I kind of like bidding four hearts here, Kevin. That
Okay.
that's where I
I think
stand.
that's a reasonable choice. And we've gone this way, not bidding no trump long enough.
Ooh,
Partners bidding
okay.
key card. That's in a way, that's a good sign.
Yep, so we have four key cards. We're going to
Yeah,
show
I see
that.
no reason to.
All right, five no. They're asking for kings, and this is specific kings, guys. They're asking, hey, what kings do you have? We don't have any, so we're just going to bid six of our suit, which is hearts at this point, and we will hope. And they kick it into seven. Okay,
Well,
so they
I
didn't
guess
really need to know.
they were looking maybe for seven no trump. All right.
Thank you,
Well,
partner. Thank you,
your
partner.
yeah, your four heart bid was a very effective choice.
Ah, wow. No, no, that was our four heart bid, Kevin. Now, I'm not gonna. We have to take all of our lumps together, buddy. And I was like,
Yeah.
these are the Grand Slams you want to play, by the way. You want to play the Grand Slams where you just put your hand face up after seeing the opening lead, and you
Right.
say, "That's all she wrote." And let's take a peek at the
But
robot's hand there. They were
think
certainly
about
not
what
going to let
partner
this
did
go.
here. Think about what partner did here. He can count
13
six heart,
tricks.
seven heart tricks, two spades, three diamonds, and one club, and they bid seven hearts playing match points. So be
What's the
careful
better
when you
bid?
can count all those tricks. We're playing match points. That 15-20 would change the score dramatically.
Some couple people corrected, or just had. Oh, well.
Well,
Look at this, Kevin. This is insane.
you
They
can't.
open one
Yeah,
no trump with this hand and they get the nut score on this board.
yeah.
This is not poetic justice. This is the opposite of
No,
that.
but
So let's just look at that north hand and just for a second. This is where you want to be in slam decisions when you're looking at just north. So focus on that hand, guys. Partner showed you four key cards. You know exactly what all four of those key cards are. Count your winners. Count it like you're playing it. They wanted apparently Kevin to give us practice with our five no responses, I think.
I guess so. They were looking for a thing they didn't need, and then they found out we didn't have it, and still
And they
didn't
said, yeah,
say
whatever. I'll just bid seven hearts then. We don't need to bid seven no Trump in this case.
right.
All right, let's get on to the next one. Not too bad though. We'll take 71% for our
Take
grand
it
slam.
exactly.
And this is just a normal one, no trump. Balance
Well, no.
16. Two clubs. We'll show our spades. And now
All
partner
right.
kicks it in. Let's go. We don't love this being 4-3-3, but partner could have tons of shape that we don't know about. So
Yeah.
we are happy. All right. Take a look, guys. Count your losers and winners. It's going to be an interesting hand, it looks like. We're going to be right on the edge of either making or going down. There are a couple opportunities here for maybe a little extra. So count your stuff, make a little bit of a plan, and then Kevin and I will hit you with the truth. Kevin, we're doing okay here. I feel after those first two ho-hum boards where we were just chopping averages, we're on the
That's
right
right.
path now.
Little grand slam gets us right back in the right direction.
That's right. It's amazing how a Grand Slam can make you feel better.
Yeah.
And hello from Indonesia as well. Wow. I love the international feel of this event. It's good stuff. All right. So looks like two clubs, a heart, and maybe a diamond, but we have at least one way to get rid of a possible diamond from either side of the table, it looks like, if things are going well for us, right? The question is, are we
Yeah.
going to have enough time for this? And so big problems here are we we know we're going to lose both the clubs and the heart, right? There's really not anything we're going to do to avoid that. What we really want to do, guys, is avoid a decision in diamonds. And they may give us this decision at some point beforehand, but if we can get rid of one of these losers, one diamond in either hand, we can be successful, possibly, if things are dividing evenly. However, that being said, Kevin, if spades aren't breaking, we're just kind of destined to be in a poor spot here.
Yeah, if spades aren't breaking, we're doomed already. We will lose the two clubs. We will lose the heart. Spade to go with it's too much. So the only thing we can do is hope spades are 3-2. And we're going to have to get rid of all of them because, like you said, we want to get rid of our diamond uh, finesse. We don't want to take any finesse we don't have to.
Yep.
So our main way of going about this is to set up a club trick to pitch a diamond from our hand. And we've called our spades 3-2. That's all we need. And we're assured of our contract now by playing on clubs. We have two stoppers and diamonds, so we can make sure to win the
Love
diamond in our
this.
hand the first time if necessary and get the club trick away, and we can rough our last heart.
And by the way, thank you for giving me that nice little hint there, just in case I I was going to jettison a diamond at some point. All right, there we go. And now we can claim once again, guys. We now will get to cross over to dummy in clubs, and we get to just take away our diamond finesse. So many people see a finesse, and you just say, "Oh, well, that's a finesse. I need to take that at some point." Always stop there. It's great that you recognize that there's a finesse in his suit, but make sure you understand whether or not you have to take this finesse. Here, when we have a different way to get rid of this small card, we can forego the finesse. Now we just play ace of diamonds, king of diamonds, and rough, and hand is over. So that should be pretty reasonable for us here.
Yeah, I would think maybe just
64.3% climbing up in the world here. Not too shabby. So we're at 58.9, tied for fourth. And let's bring the audience in once again. Make your bid, guys. One diamond on your right. This is your hand. Make your call. This might just be, hey, are you awake? But what bid are you making here? How's the weather down there, Kevin? It's typical Florida summer.
well, we have a little tropical storm off the west coast, but I'm on the east coast of Florida, so it actually has been great. A little cloudy, so it cooled down a little. My
Nice.
son's out on the water today. It's been beautiful.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I'm not missing the extreme heat. That is one thing.
Yeah. Florida summer is not for everybody, but it's such a great place to be that we don't mind it. My kids are outside every day, so
That's
it's
beautiful.
something we appreciate.
Yeah, so this is just a one spade bid. Some of you mentioned Michael's. Always be 5-5 with your two suited bids.
Yeah,
That's just the
always.
only thing I want to tell everybody out there. Just do not. And I don't know. I don't know if I ever told you this story, but I played with another kind of New York player in some sort of side fun event, Kevin, And I learned my lesson. I Michaels with a 5-4 terrible hand, and my partner very nicely uh, after the hand said it's okay when they went minus 1700, right? So and that was a super nice partner. So in these
Okay.
cases, you're not just making your decision really bad, you're putting your partner in the worst contract. So just think of that and
Yeah. Yeah.
be out of it. All right, so we may be able to make another call to bring hearts into this auction, and maybe that presents itself here. I don't know, Kevin. Do you want to take action after you overcall a spade
No,
with both double and no trump?
once they've shown hearts, if I doubled one no trump here, it would be takeout oriented. So I would be
Ouch.
trying to get back in the auction with spades and clubs usually. Spades and hearts is bad. They've shown hearts, so I'm done.
Yep.
I have no safety to bid on, and
We don't mind
we'll see what
defending
I
here
do.
either, right? This could be pretty good.
It could be. It's a little scary when they bid so much and you have so much
Yeah.
because we know we have 14. That means partner might have zero and they might have 26. But if they're a little light, it could still be okay for them.
And honestly, if spades are just 3-2 or something like that, or 3-3, we
Yeah,
we might be really good here.
right.
Do you ever think any more deeply about this and lead small from this holding? You just lead the king of spades and just
No, we're playing match points, so I think leading small from a holding like this is really asking for a bad score
yeah.
because
Yeah.
sometimes it's just about getting all the tricks you can and beating the field. Um, Leading small is just too dangerous. The only thing I might consider on a hand like this is leading the ace of hearts to take a look first.
Interesting, because you only need one
But,
entry likely if you're beating it anyway, right?
right, we probably don't need that second entry, but I on this hand I don't see the hurry.
And
You know,
also
if they
partner's dead, right? Partner's likely looking at a dead hand here if the
right,
opponents are
right, it
bidding
would
more.
just be for us to see what happened. You know, it's
Yeah.
possible that the only thing they're missing is the heart suit, and we could cash three of those when what was about to happen is they were going to run five clubs, five diamonds, and one spade. So it's
Right.
possible leading the ace of hearts could salvage a very good score when everybody else was gonna go minus 460.
But the flip side is also there. When we do this, we're opening up a fair amount of variance from the field. So our lead may be amazing, but it also could just be a disaster where everyone else making the normal lead just gets the normal score and we get
I don't know. It seems very unlikely that in order to take nine, they're going to need to work on hearts. So
gotcha.
on this hand, it's possible partner has either a club or diamond trick slow, but in those cases, we want to lead a spade. I think it's not unreasonable to lead a heart. The fact that they've jumped to 3-0 really is the thing that's suggesting to me we just lead a spade.
Gotcha.
But it's not
Yep.
wrong to lead a heart, and it would. So on this hand, it might have been very tempting to lead a heart.
Yeah.
Um,
Now that we
so
see it.
they've ducked trick one, and they don't have a lot of diamonds to cash. So,
We're
uh,
we're just gonna clear spades, right? Or what are you thinking, Kevin?
well, again, the only other thing you might do is cash a heart first and then play a spade.
We can definitely
But
cash king of hearts, right?
I'm not sure I see the hurry, and it's well, either one is fine.
You
I think
choose.
it's.
I'm not taking
Uh,
any choices.
I think I would just play another spade
Okay. Uh,
because the tricks I'm seeing them take, even if they take five clubs, three diamonds, a spade, like they might be able to make this hand,
but
but
but we've limited the number of tricks they can take for sure.
yeah.
Maybe they take a weird diamond finesse here as well. Yeah, there they go. Okay,
So
so let's
by not
dance.
telling them anything, sometimes we put them in a spot where they didn't know enough.
Yep. And now we're just gonna rip off our tricks. Our partner signaled us in hearts. Not that we necessarily trust anything they're doing, but we'd love to see that queen. No, we're good. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we will take that. That should be somewhat normal, but alas, it's 71.4% on that board,
So
Kevin. So we have now jumped up to third place with our 61.
that's very good. Yeah.
3 boards to go. Here's our garden variety one note trump bid. Nice balance 15. All right, I love this contract. Wait, I love this contract, Kevin. When I get to play one no trump at the club or pretty much anywhere, I love it.
Yeah.
Gavin hates it. I
Yeah, it's a
It's a hateable
strange
contract,
mix.
but
Yeah,
that's why I like it. It's difficult, which means if we accomplish our goals, we rate to get a better score. These are usually the good score hands, I think.
right.
So guys, what are we going to do? Take a moment, formulate some strategy here. We're only in one, right? We need 7 tricks. Count your winners, and also take a look at what you think your best chances at success are here. And I'm interested to see how we're going to play the combo in the spade suit in general. That is always a fun one to look at. Do you research card combos, Kevin? Like, do you know a fair amount just off the top of your head just from playing, or
Yeah, I think I've done a lot of research over the years. I would say I probably don't research it a lot recently, but I've done a lot of reading about it and research, and certainly living in the junior house we called it in New York, we talked about card combinations all the time, and
yeah,
uh,
that
we had
was
some.
I think that was one of the best reasons for your guys' success was the fact that a bunch of you were together a lot talking bridge. No, you never played bridge. It was hilarious.
It
We
never got
never
played in
played
my
bridge in
house.
the house,
No, never.
but we talked a lot of bridge in that house. Like,
Right.
and
Yeah.
that was always fun to listen to because it got a little heated sometimes as well with some of the differences of opinions and things, but that was the healthiest part of the conversation, I
Yeah, but you always, if you give 100 experts any problem, there's going to be at least three answers. So
think.
be surprised how
No,
many
that
different
there's always going
opinions.
to be a fourth answer from one of the crazy people that just finds the most like oddest way to achieve success as well.
Yeah, yeah.
All right,
So it's
so
good to hear different opinions from different kinds of players, and everyone had a different approach to the game. So
yeah, definitely.
yeah, it was very valuable to hear how everybody thought about it.
And this one, guys, you're right on it. It looks like we have 6 top winners for sure, right? We have 3 spades, 2 red aces, and the ace of clubs. So we only need one more, and that can come from looks like 2 different places. Spade is probably slightly more likely, but it could come in diamonds. The problem is we're kind of wide open in 2 of these suits, Kevin. So the question I have for you is how do you want to kind of play these first couple of tricks, and what are we looking at as far as our best chance of success going forward?
Well, our best chance of success, if success is over tricks, is to play on diamonds. We,
Yeah,
we would love to be able to take 3 diamonds and a club and a heart and 4 spades and take even 9 tricks. But that's optimistic. We don't know how the clubs are splitting though. So my approach to this hand, we can always try to cash our 4 spades and 3 aces
yeah.
and take our 7 later. But if we
Excuse me.
find out clubs are 7-1 or 6-2, then we won't be taking any
Yeah,
diamond finesses into the danger hand. That's for sure. So I would duck 2 clubs and see if they keep playing clubs. If they attack hearts, we've almost done no harm.
sure.
But they also can't see our hand, so they don't know what if our strong suit is hearts or diamonds. So
Or they might just switch. Like this is a spot they might just come through a spade, right?
they
Looking at
might
that
shift
honor
to
the dummy.
a
So
yeah, they might even shift to the jack of spades. But they've played a third round of clubs.
yeah, here we'll pitch a heart.
I would definitely pitch a heart. The other things are all tricks
Yep,
potentially.
I'm
So now we know
okay.
clubs are no worse than 5-3.
Yep. Now we just plunked on the 10 of diamonds or a low diamond. Doesn't really have too
Uh,
much.
it depends if they're going to cover. If they're going to cover,
They will
then the
usually
10 is
cover.
tempting. If they might have a singleton honor, the 10 is a big loser. But
Understood.
it's very unlikely given the club situation. And they played the 2 at trick 1. It's very unlikely the club situation is long on our right. It's most likely long on our left.
Yeah,
So I would guess leading the 10 is at least as good.
and they'll cover pretty frequently here. So
Yeah. So if they're going to cover, they could make mistakes.
yeah. So here we'll pitch another heart.
So they've thrown a spade.
Mhm. Now the question is, what do we throw from our hand here?
Well, we definitely throw a diamond. That's not a winner yet. And they've thrown a second spade.
Oh, beautiful.
So
So
now
they
we have all the
guessed
rest.
spades for us.
Yeah.
And we,
And they were 4 spades and 5 clubs on our left.
there we go.
So I would definitely just play 1 or 2 more spades ending in dummy and take a diamond finesse.
if I can actually do that. There we go. And this is that over trick we're looking for here.
We're hopeful.
Boom diggity.
All right.
All right, we'll take it. Hey now.
All right. So we could have taken 9 by playing the ace of diamonds, but
you have earned us 85.7% and a second place standing now. So we're doing okay.
We're doing okay.
We're doing okay. I'm feeling a little of the pressure now. I'm not going to tell you that I haven't misclicked yet, but I know it's a possibility coming forward here. Let's ask the audience what they want to do with this hand. This is a nice 17, 5-4 in the blacks. Make your bids. What are you going to do? 2 boards left. Rob and Gavin are going for 2 in a row. Gavin is somewhere insanely jealous of our success, but you know. There's a nice name in the chat there. I'm not going to call it out, but Thaddeus, you know, just good Gmail address, I suppose. I don't know. Gary from Singapore, welcome, buddy. All right. I'm very happy to see everybody opening a spade, not only just with this shape, but honestly, if you make this 5-3-3-2, I would definitely be opening 1 spade also because it's just too good. When I have 17 and a 5-card suit, I'm pretty much going to default to treating it as balanced, right? I'm going to open that suit and bid 2 no, but I'm certainly not going to rush to bid a no trump because it's just too good.
Right. And also, you're, again, completely anti-positional here. So there's nothing about your hand that you want to protect by getting no trump in first. So
right.
If your partner gets no trump,
small of diamonds.
More no trump. Yeah, that's the best of both worlds. You get the no trump across and it's from the other side.
I love it. So here comes a spade. And we're playing 1 spade. So now we know this is just going to be a play problem for our good score, we hope. And let's get to that, guys. Take a second. Pretty reasonable pass by partner. They're 4 count. So. King Jack ugly 5th. The interesting part is opponents didn't bid anything, but they're looking at about 18 total points. So rates, here to be somewhat evenly distributed. Can't know for sure, but. All right, Kevin, talk to me.
All right, so we know we're going to lose the 2 hearts. It's very unlikely that we're going to be willing to play diamonds in such a way to throw 1. But maybe if we put in the 9 and the queen heads up, we might try to throw 1 away. But the rest of the hand,
we'd probably still win the ace here anyway.
So the rest of the hand is interesting. So we know we're going to lose 2 hearts and at least 2 spades. If the spades are 3-3, we'll lose potentially only 2.
Yep.
But we have a club loser also to deal with. So if the clubs are 3-3, that's not an issue. But if they're not, then
Jack 10 tight would do it as well.
Jack 10 doubleton would do it as well.
Yep.
There's also some temptation if clubs are 4 on our left and 2 on our right. We have this chance of cashing 2 clubs, getting to dummy with that diamond entry, and leading a 3rd round of clubs. Now, if they rough, it could be from a 4-card holding, but either way, it's a loser for us. So it costs us nothing to try. And if they rough from a 4-card holding, they're roughing our loser with their winner, which would combine and gain a trick for us. So
you're winning the ace to preserve the diamond entry, basically, at this point.
Yeah, I think I would win the ace to preserve the diamond entry.
And then low spade?
If you play a low spade, you're playing for basically 1 of the black suits to break. Or if the other option is to cash 2 clubs, cross and diamonds, and lead.
Oh, do that right away, you mean, before touching trump?
Yeah, we can't afford to play trump because they could play more trump. If we play trump, they could play trump, and that could shut us out from being able to rough something.
So let's do that.
Well, those are interesting options.
I'm not gonna misclick until you tell me to. So
yeah, I like that line. I think I would cash 2 clubs, cross and diamonds, and lead another club. And if they are roughing in somewhere, we can hope that it's from a 4-card holding.
Right.
And if not, we can always rough our club loser, what was going to be a loser.
Right. Oh, so they roughed our diamond entry.
The one bad thing is, they've been able to rough a diamond. Mm-hmm. But that means diamonds.
But if that's from any length in spades, which it probably rates to be now, considering how diamonds broke, we're still okay. And oh, magic. Okay,
The clubs are 3-3, so now it's easy what we do from here. We just
perfect.
play ace and a spade, not
Yep.
a spade, ace and a
Yep,
spade,
because
because we don't
we've already
want,
seen one trump get played, so there's 8, 9, 10.
and even more so, we know that they can rough a diamond. So we don't want a second round of spades, a second round of diamonds to get roughed with what's now a short holding.
Exactly. And now we're just we know they have trump left that are
Right. So
winners
we'll just play our
basically.
club
So we're just gonna
winners,
play a
and yeah.
club.
So they had 5 spades on our right, so there was nothing we could do about taking more tricks.
Honestly, our line was pretty darn good too, because we kind of tapped them with that first diamond play there, and we end up getting
Yeah,
57.1,
yeah.
which is expected here. Let's see. Yeah, first place, Kevin.
All
Let's
right.
go.
All right.
Yeah, 64.3. Now we need to avoid disaster on this last hand, and this is a tough one.
Very tough
The
position.
opponents
Always a
are
tough
being
problem.
super tough. Pass, 3 spades. Your bid. Make your call. And I discovered something new this holiday weekend. In fact, our friend John Kraniak would love this place. The hat I'm wearing is called it's Del Toro. This is a shoe company that is run by the one of the people that lives in this house here, and they're like the tuxedo slippers, like the super nice velvety shoes. I don't know
Yeah,
if I
John
could pull
Craniac
off
would love
wearing
that.
it, but Johnny Cran would just go crazy for these shoes, basically. So if you're holding a wedding anytime soon, check out Del Toro. This is the place to be, I think. So I hate these hands, Kevin, because I don't love when the opponents are just being mean to
Yeah.
us, basically.
Once they preempt, it's always going to be some kind of guess, and
Yep.
the effectiveness of preempts is all that level it's taken up of us. So we don't have room to make a intelligent conversation with our partner. So we're going to have to do the best we can. Here, there's 2 very close options in my estimation, and Chat has picked 3 options. So I would definitely be picking bid over pass.
Gotcha. And
But
which bid would you choose is the question.
so it's a close one because we have only 3 hearts, and partner's going to stretch to bid a 4 card suit if we double. So if we bid 3 no, we just need a source of tricks from partner potentially to make it.
Yeah,
But double also is tempting because
and that
we have
Kathleen
only one
brings up
spade stopper and it's short.
and
So
Kathleen brings up a pretty fair point. The robots do preempt soundly. Let's put it
yeah,
that way.
usually with a good suit, right?
Especially at the 3 level, right? The 2 level, sometimes they'll like shade down and be somewhat aggressive, but the 3, I rarely see them kind of getting out of whack, even at these colors. So that,
Yeah, and we've seen them not preempt twice on hands where I would have preempted. So
yeah, exactly. So I agree that pass is just too risky with a hand that's this good, right?
yeah,
It's
I
just
think it could work, but on average, when you have 17, you should think your side has something good. And the range of hands partner can hold
it's
up to
massive.
even 10 or 11. There's too many that make bidding a success.
And there's some question in the chat. This is the robots shouldn't. The robots sometimes leave doubles in, but I think a lot of you are what's the most diplomatic way to put this? A lot of you are making doubles that the robot's going to take as penalty. That may not be in realistic. This double would always be takeout, right? And
Right.
the our partner, the robot, should be bidding 100% of the time unless they have a hand that can defend spades properly, right? We don't expect
And
them to have that considering what we're holding.
right. But if for some reason they had long spades and scattered points, but no other good bid, and they chose to pass,
They would take
we
their
actually
chance
have a
away.
good hand for defense.
I love
So
it.
it probably is okay.
Yeah. So what are you leaning towards double or 3 now? Your choice, Kevin. I
Uh, what's your choice? I'll tell you my choice.
My choice is double.
My choice is double too.
Okay. I can't believe you
I
made
have
me
not
choose
quite the
yours.
bravery for 3 no on these hands. Double tends to work better, I feel.
And we're gonna buy 4 hearts.
But if my ace of spades was the
And
king, I might have picked 3 no. Funny how that works.
all right, so it looks like we couldn't have. Actually, no trump would have been better, I guess, but
It
still
would
not
it
that
though.
amazing.
Let's count some no trump tricks just as a prelude here to
Two,
playing our own. If we get two
only
spades,
8. Yeah.
3 hearts, and even 2 diamonds and a club, That's not enough.
Agreed.
That's 8. So we would still be struggling for tricks.
We actually not. We're not in the most hopeless spot now. Now that I see this diamond lead here, the Jack of Diamonds is good and bad, I guess.
Yeah, it's not so great news for us
Yeah.
because the Ace of Hearts is likely with the non-preemptor, and the
Now
King
it's
of
gonna
Diamonds is
go.
surely with the non-preemptor.
And then we have a couple of clubs to deal with that we're not going to really be able to pitch
We're
anything
mirrored,
on.
yeah,
Yeah,
we're mirrored
unfortunately.
with partner effectively. So
But all is not lost. People are going to be struggling with this as well. And honestly, it looks like the passers will probably gain, I suppose. But
yeah,
and
yeah,
I,
3 spades was very likely going down. Not for
yeah,
sure, but very likely.
right. I don't know. I'm just thinking Ace of Diamonds try to draw some trump here.
Yeah, I
I
would
don't.
win the Ace of Diamonds and probably lead a hard honor. They can see our hand, so there's nothing deceptive
Unfortunately,
about leading
yeah. If they
leading
couldn't, this could be a deceptive play here. You know, like
right to
leading the
lead the
Jack
10
from this,
maybe.
like you're finessing. But here it's going to go. They probably won't cash. They'll lead a low diamond here. Oh, they'll just lead a spade. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if
Any
that's good news or bad.
right, and that's scary actually. It sounds like hearts are breaking really poorly for us. Maybe
Right. So
doesn't matter where we win this, does it? Maybe in the
it
dummy to.
probably doesn't, but I think I would win the king and cash the hearts. And if the hearts are good, then I would lead the diamonds. So I could win the next spade with the ace to
Got
lead
it.
the finesse and diamonds if that's necessary. All right. Well, hearts are breaking, so that's
Yeah,
good news.
that's a good surprise.
Definitely the king. All right. Cash the last one.
Yep. Go on, pitch a club.
Pitch a club. Yeah.
Diamond to the queen.
Now, for sure, you have to lead a diamond,
Good. Now we know what to finesse in diamonds.
right? We know
The
that nine of
nine is
diamonds is
finessable.
still a problem.
We're gonna go down two for maybe. I'm at what was the heart position again? No, the heart. They're going down in spades. Yeah. So
They had one heart to lose.
yeah.
All right. Well, they've put the 9 up. Good try. Good job. You didn't misclick there.
I thank you. They knew who they were playing against, Kevin. They knew their mark there for sure. That NYC Pro guy is the misclicker in chief. And I can say now officially I've gotten through one session without a misclick. So 39.3. Let's see where that ends up, Kevin, in results down. We dropped a third.
We jumped to third. Well, it was very
You know what?
tough.
It's kind of funny. It was the exact opposite of last week. We went from like third to first on the last board. Here we went from first to third, and we kind of know what happened. I would guess if we can see the results, and let me get us to that screen cap. With it, you can see that last result, 39.3, and yeah, three
Yeah, the
space down one
passers.
was 75, and the three no bidders. Whoa, what lead did they get here? Jack of
So, yeah,
spades.
if you get the spade lead, you have time to set up everything because you can set up 3 diamond tricks this time.
Yep. And now there's no entry over to the
Yeah.
right hand opponent's hand because they just have
Yeah.
clubs.
This time 3-0 was a lot better. A lot better
Ah,
results because partner had the
I don't know.
diamonds to fit with us and the favorable diamond layout and everything favorable.
I'm super
Unlucky.
happy, Kevin. I'm gonna miss you next week. It'll be nice to see our buddy Gavin back, but this has been a true pleasure playing some
Well,
hands with you.
my pleasure to be here and thank you guys.
And you
Yeah.
guys, you will see Kevin again on this channel. Maybe not in this event, but in other events, because I think you can all agree that he's a pretty darn good voice to have out there in the world, and he's the one that had to deal with all of my questions for so many years. So I'm so happy that you guys get to actually interact with him on a regular basis as well. This is my go-to guy for bridge knowledge. So Kevin, love you, buddy. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's been a real pleasure.
And David Devine and Kathleen, thank you so much for those super chats. Appreciate that. And guys, we're back to live lessons on bridgelesson.com next week. And we're back to the normal Tuesday evening challenge and Wednesday morning tournament as scheduled, guys. So we'll see you next week for our YouTube stuff, but also for real live bridge lesson stuff. So Kevin, we will see you again very soon, buddy. Give my best to all yours down there and stay away from Hurricane Elsa.
Yeah, we'll do. Good to see you guys. Thanks,
All right,
Rob.
guys. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time. Take care.